So it says the entrance to the park is here, which is definitely not. Okay, so I think the entrance is over there. So we gotta go back. Alright. Okay, so this sign is telling me to go up here and make a left and then go back down that hill. So all right.
Hola a todos y qué tal, todo bien, qué onda way, what's going on from here in San Cristobal. If you don't know the story, I booked this room because it said that this was supposed to be a little bit better than it was, but I paid for 2 nights, so I have all of my stuff at another place, a very lovely place, which I'll talk about after. But I came back here to sleep because I paid for it and I didn't want to waste the money. So came back here and slept. All my stuff, all my things, computer and all that are at the other place. Today, we're gonna explore San Cristobal a little bit, but before that, we have to go and get my bike because the place that I checked in, the new place I checked in yesterday, they weren't able to open their garage door. There was something wrong with the door and they're fixing it today. So they have a partner hotel and they let me park my bike there. So I'm gonna go pick up the bike, take the bike to a shop because it was making some weird sounds when I was turning it on in the electronic part. So gonna make sure everything's okay. Maybe ride around a little bit, show you a little bit of San Cristobal, but we're going to walk to the bike, get the bike, go to the Honda place if it's open, and yeah, that's kind of the main start for the day. All right. Honda. Buenos días, amigo.
Buenos días.
¿Cómo estás?
Aquí estamos.
So can you see that outside my hotel? You see these guys standing there. As soon as I got here yesterday, there must have been about 10 guys standing outside the hotel. And it just didn't feel, the energy was off, let's just say that. So we changed places, motorcycles at the other place, and the garage wasn't secure there. So everyone was looking at me park my bike and they were staring at my bike. And when I came back last night around 9 o'clock to this room, there were people just like passed out right here. It looked like they were selling drugs or doing drugs or both. So now we're heading back towards what I like to call the heart of San Cristobal, where my bike is hopefully secure, because the place where they had me, the partner hotel, they told me that I could park my bike there, and I was like, okay, that's perfect. But there actually wasn't parking. I literally parked it inside the lobby, in between a pool table and a ping pong table. So yeah, we're gonna just double check and make sure that it's okay. But I hope y'all can see that the energy here is a little bit off. And even more so, the people here don't think I speak Spanish. So I've been overhearing a few things, to say the least. But like I said, you guys always wanna, when you're traveling and when you're in places, you always wanna act like you're from there. And not only act like you're from there, but act like you know where you're going. Even if you're completely lost, act like it's the place that you walk home from every day. And so these outfits that you see people wearing, it might look different than like jeans and t-shirt. These are their traditional clothes that they wear in their villages. So here in San Cristobal, so many little pueblitos, little villages, the people come here to, the people coming from little villages to sell things in the shops, to do different things. So you see a lot of people in their traditional outfits, and it's a very beautiful thing that they haven't went the modern way 100%. And these little things right here, these are called conejos. At least in a lot of places I've been. These are the little buses that they have. No big buses really in the center, these little buses. And little buses are called conejos, and they take you
They're marked everywhere. They'll take you anywhere, really. And I don't even know how the people know where to go. But welcome to San Cristobal. Y'all can see just across the street, they're selling like all kinds of different fruits. You can get juices. I don't really eat in the mornings, but later definitely gonna come here. There's a market here. And one of my rules, kind of a rule of thought when you're here, especially if you're new here and not sure where to go, or you're coming by yourself, or if you're female, coming here by yourself, advice I would give to you, same I'd give to my sister or family, would be when you stop seeing tourists, this is one of the places where you might want to just kind of head maybe a little bit back towards the tourist, or stay on like a main road, because some of these off-road places that I've went to have been pretty, like, I've had to have my guard up, and my guard is always up, but they had to be a little bit more up when I went through just certain parts. That's the easiest way to say it. And this is a nice little market. Maybe we'll walk through there real quick. It hasn't opened yet. So this market hasn't opened yet all the way. When it does, it's pretty full, and you see a bunch of kids just running around. I don't know how they don't get lost, how they even find their way. But probably like 30 minutes, this place will be full. Full. Crazy how peaceful and quiet it is too. Once you get away from the tourist side and out of that area, you can see how where I was staying at, the hotel we just walked out of, very different energy than if I just walked out of a hotel here. Completely different. This is completely different. We want to make sure that we're good. Good old Frida. And it's just really peaceful and quiet. There's a certain energy this town has, city has, village has, Pueblo has. Not sure what they call it. And yeah, I actually enjoy it. And we're away from like the tourist part. Like there's hotels and stuff, but all the tourists and all that, like you saw yesterday, is down that way. Okay, so I think we've arrived. I believe we've arrived at the hotel. Hello. Just, buenas, ¿cómo estás? Solo mi moto.
Ah,
Sí.
vale.
Gracias.
Está bien.
Okay, so Maria's good. Now we're gonna get it moved and get checked, because it was a long ride. Okay, so we're done staying here. Hasta luego. Ooh. And just like that, we have the bike back. Oh, it's so good to see her. I hate just leaving her sometimes in places that's new. We're gonna get a little bit of a view of here. In San Cristobal, I'll ride around for a second, so we have a little bit of time to kill. The shop doesn't open till 9 o'clock, and it's 8:40, and I think it was just like 3 minutes away. So we're hoping we can get out of this main center area. I'm starting to think she was just a little bit tired, but get it checked out just to say, just to be careful, just to be sure. Look at all the cafes and bread. Little shops for fruit. This is a little magical little city. I think the last time I was here, I didn't film so much. We're gonna go on here, give y'all a quick little tour. A little bit of a tour here. Sorry, to show you guys a little bit of what it's like here in San Cristobal. I hope I'm not on a walking street. Oh, I think I am. Okay, so we gotta get off the street. This is the street for walking. Oops. I wonder why there were no cars coming down here. Well, if anyone asks, we were at a hotel. Beautiful city though, no? Necesito pasar. No. No, señor. Mi moto sí, mi mochilas no. Gracias. Okay, so we gotta make another loop. We'll spin out of the city. I think you guys got a nice little view of what it's like here. Now we'll get out. We'll spin out. Okay. So we just arrived at the Honda shop. I guess this is it. I guess they open at 9. They open at 9 o'clock. Okay. Okay, so we're all good. Motorcycle is all good. They said that the sound, hope y'all can hear me. They said that the sound that I was hearing when I was first turning the key was the fuel injection charging up with gasoline. And therefore, that was the sound. The second question was that this bike was cutting off sometimes. And they told me that if I don't let that sound turn off, which means it's loading up with gasoline, then the bike will cut off because it's not getting gasoline. So 2 problems solved with 1. And we are good to go. Going to just find a place to park this because San Cristobal is a place where if you're in the city, when you're in the city, you do not need to drive around anywhere. You can literally walk the entire city. So great, great, great news. You can see the energy of this area is very different than where I woke up at this morning. How beautiful is this city? Goodness. Like the cultures that you see when just driving through it. Like nothing crazy. All I'm doing is just driving through here. And you see people dressed all kinds of ways from their little villages. And at the same time, you can get food that you're used to seeing. You can get yourself some orange juice, mangoes, fruit, pancakes, French toast. Because sometimes when you go to places that's very traditional, they only have their stuff. But here, they got everything. And I'm excited. So right now it's a big square. Let's see how it's going on here. And I hope you guys can hear me. I'm doing something about the bike. I need to get something done about it. But until then, this is gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to just yell and scream and have everyone look at me like I'm crazy. This is the main little square area. I never know what that line is for. There's always a lot of people in that line. So all the people are from different pueblos and villages, and you can tell by the outfits that they're wearing. Which for me, someone who loves seeing different cultures and everything, that's amazing. And the last time I lived here, I didn't have the motorcycle, so it took me a long time to see. I think it took me maybe 2 or 3 days to see what I've just seen right now, and just riding around. So we're a little bit off the beaten path. Still doing a little bit of a drive-through up here, which is something I'm happy to do for me, and I'm even more happy to do it for you all. See the men in their traditional outfits, women over there in theirs. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And we are just making our way through. So scoping out the area, one little hack I think I've told you guys is not only do I like working in cafes, I really enjoy it. As me and my brother-in-law call it, we call it renting a table, not having a coffee, because I would not want to pay $3 for a coffee, but I would pay $3 to rent a table at a nice cafe or hotel and also get a coffee thrown in there. So yeah, that's one of my little hacks. So I also look for little hotels. I look for hotels that have little cafeterias in them, and they're usually more chill than other places because people aren't coming there for coffee. They're having a coffee when they wake up and going. That's a nice little place. The guy almost hit me, didn't say thank you, sorry, or nothing. And I learned on the way here, a guy told me, I saw him, so I stopped, all right, was careful. But a guy almost hit me when I was turning left. And the guy told me that, yeah, people don't respect anyone here, especially when it comes to driving. So just be aware of that. If you guys are driving here, be aware. Ooh, nice. Okay, so time to park the bike, and we'll just okay, so now I'm just heading to the market. Bike is almost 100% taken care of. It's being kept in a standby place until they can get their garage open. They still haven't been able to. So now to the market, gonna eat. Feel like today a breakfast day.
Diciendo que es un malnacido quien le desea la muerte a otro ser humano. Ahora, el hecho de
Oh my goodness, so it's a few hours later. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was lying to myself and how tired I was. I just took like an hour-and-a-half nap. A little bit exhausted maybe after all the riding and driving and getting here and still walking around exploring. I'm not sure what we're gonna do for the rest of today because I have some things I need to take care of, non-filming wise.
maybe I do a little bit of a montage, a little video kind of what it's like here in San Cristobal, a little bit more before we maybe just have a chill day. As fun as it is just riding around, I realize, and riding through the mountains and everything, it is a little bit draining, especially with the winds. Because I know one thing is that you guys are watching, it sometimes I make it look a lot more simple and easy than it is. It was very windy, high altitude, lots of temperature changes, and now finally being here feels like a little bit of like a relief, finally being here. And yeah, I think my brain and body's finally like, okay, look, oh, that's a nice little place right there. Food and cafe. Oh, let's look at this place. Qué bueno. Vale, okay, gracias. It's a good thing, that's a nice place to find. Because that's right there. Wow. And that used to be a different place before, I want to say. I used to go to a place here that would look very similar to that. They had the best French toast. Oh. But now, actually I think the place I used to go to is right here. Actually, that's the place. Crazy. As much things change, the more things stay the same. Isn't that how that little saying goes? Something like that. The more things change, the more things stay the same. So what I'm hoping is find a nice little place to chill and work a little bit. It might be that place. I'll show you guys a little bit more today before ending it a little bit for today, because I feel like a good recovery day, what I was in need of. And that's the place I stayed at last time. And it's actually really cool because they have 2 parrots, and those parrots are still there after maybe a year and a half. They're still there. So this is a few hours later. Oh, just getting some editing done. It has been a while since I've been, as me and one of my best friends, Russell, says, been back on the grind. Editing videos. I think a lot of people don't understand sometimes. Anyone who you see that has any kind of edits or any kind of videos that are doing it themselves, the work and that goes into it. And even me, I forget until I get back to editing videos, and I'm like, whoa, like, where do I find 3 or 4 hours to carve out each day to put that together? And you have to do it, because if it backs up, then now you forgot the storyline of what you filmed. So yeah, getting back few days, I think. At this point, as you're watching this video, I haven't uploaded the motorcycle journey at all. So me being here and all this hasn't even been published yet. So I'm still editing that part. So I'm curious to see how it looks. Let me know what you think about this wide angle, by the way, because I'm using a different size lens on here. So curious to know if that's too wide. Is that okay? Just if you guys can help me out a little bit. And it's a little bit cooler right now, so maybe I'm finally able to move my motorcycle to where I need to put it. So gonna do that, but maybe go for a little ride. But I didn't want to forget to end today's video. If it ends abruptly, it's just because I got caught up in life, I like to say. And with that being said, maybe I'll see you a little bit here in a few seconds, or I'll see you tomorrow. Whichever one it is, appreciate you being here. Okay, so you are in luck, or I should say we are in luck, or maybe I'm in luck, but I feel like doing one more little adventure. We're gonna go on about 15 minutes from here. Should be a park. I'm just setting up my camera, my helmet now. It's 15 minutes away from the center, and I'm looking at it because I'm gonna go there another day when there's more time. It closes at 6, but I want to at least check it out. At least want to go check it out today, and I might as well bring you guys along. It's just 15 minutes. 15 minutes away. Not too many curves and everything, but that should be nice. And all these little streets, these are all such cool little streets, like so colorful. I'm a big fan of places. Wow, I'm a big fan. Yeah, people don't really respect people driving here, so be very careful when you come here if you're in a car or anything. One thing I noticed from arriving in Chiapas, and actually it's one reason why I wanted to, if you guys saw that I upgraded my bike, well, I still have the other bike, but the only reason why I didn't travel so far was because I was worried that I didn't have enough power or speed to get away from problems that can occur in these little alleyways. Not that I'm scared, but knowing that you can outrun most things on the road is a good feeling. It's a good feeling. And knowing that I can do that, much better than the other one. The other one I was struggling on hills. It was a 190 engine, which I really enjoyed. Great gas mileage, not really a lot of problems. But this one, much different. So I don't want you guys just to think I do just go anywhere, because I mean, technically I do, but always in the back of my mind, I'm ready for a lot of things, and I'm ready to have something that I'm not prepared for, if that makes sense. These little towns and villages, they have speed, they have cameras, they have signs with how fast you should go. And when you're in the smaller towns, you want to make sure that you go that speed limit, because some of the towns really enforce that. And what I mean by enforce that is they'll have people waiting for people to speed through and they pull you over. And okay, maybe they don't have the right to pull you over because they're not official police. They're just volunteers that have like been assigned to protect the village. When you have 6 of them around you with guns telling you you have to pay 500 pesos for speeding, a lawyer's not going to help you in that. And yeah, you just be careful. That's what I'll say. Let's go this way. So look at this sign right here. The maximum speed you can go is 20 kilometers an hour. You can't go fast, or you're gonna have to pay $3,000 if you're in a car, $500 if you're in a motorcycle. That's why you want to be careful. Do not speed through these villages. The smaller the village, the slower you want to go. Unless you're having problems. If you're having problems or someone's trying to get you, that's different. And it makes sense. You know, there's kids out here that run around and they don't think about it. There's chickens. This road is super uneven. That's just one thing I've learned from living here. And so much of what I learned when we went to help out the hurricane victims in Pochutla. And we went to little villages not even on a map. Life's very different up here. And that's okay. Okay, I feel like there had to have been another way. This seems a little bit... Well, let's just go back before the sun goes down. Let's just say that. Okay, so it should be just right up here. Right at the top of this bend up here. I think that's corn. They eat a lot of corn here, I've realized. A lot. which I'm surprised because we're so high in the mountains. I'm surprised that they have corn, that it grows up here at this altitude. Well, it says the park entrance is here, but it says the entrance is there. Oh, I think it's on this road. You know, Google, times I love you and times I don't understand where you're taking me. So it says the entrance to the park is here, which is definitely not. Okay, so this sign is telling me to go up here and make a left and then go back down that hill. So, all right. You're gonna let me out. Wow, this is like a little America. Now that's interesting. Look at that. This is like a little America. Look at all those little houses over there. Huh. Interesting. This is not the right way. And even if I do turn around, I can't get out. That's so random. Okay, so back on the main road again, and hoping it wraps around to the road we saw on the other side of the fence. I'm hoping it does. If not, we might have to call it, because I don't know where to go. And it's not getting any warmer outside. There you go. You go more than 40 kilometers here. I saw a sign for 1,000 pesos. Look at this sign up here. Another one. You throw your garbage. That's 1,000 pesos. So in my mind, this always means this village really wants to stay clean and protect their people. That's what I get from this. But we might have to call it and head back to the town. I don't see it. Yeah, so we're gonna go 2 or 3 more minutes. I think we're way off course. Still very beautiful though. So green. So much green. Chickens everywhere. I think this would be a great village to buy food from. We might come back and stop at this store over here. Oxlow. Now we're way off the beaten path. And one thing when it comes to finding direction, the more turns you make, the more lost you're gonna be to find your way back. So we're gonna do one of my kind of favorite things to do. Stop in a random town at a random store. Random village. Huh. So we didn't find what we were looking for, but like I say, we can do one of my favorite things. Stop in a little town. ¿Cómo se llama de este pueblo?
Agua de Perrito.
¿Qué?
Agua de Perrito.
Agua de Perrito. ¿Sí?
Agua de pajarito.
¿Ah?
Agua de Pajarito.
Pararito. Ah, okay. Okay, so this is something like agua de perrito. And little town, nice little quiet little town. I don't see so many people out walking. And yeah, this is where we'll have our drink. And just, yeah, kind of enjoy. It still was an adventure. And sometimes I think that's the thing we sometimes forget. Like, yes, it's a beautiful town, beautiful area and view, but we didn't make it to the destination, so that meant it was a bad day. No, we just had a different kind of adventure than we thought we were gonna have. And sometimes that's what you need. seeing new things. I hope you enjoy. And the last thing that I was going to say about the houses that you see here that look kind of like if you see houses in the United States of America, they look like those houses, and usually that means that someone in that family is usually living there or is working there. Most of the time, 95% of the time, I think, maybe more, there's someone working in the States and sending money back to build a house kind of like American style. And it seems most of them are built with wood here, but the design is so like United States of America. So yeah, it makes me kind of feel like a little bit of home in a sense. And at the same time, yeah, it's great being here. And I guess with that being said, I'm gonna have my little drink and I'll speak to you all. And this guy's truck has an American flag and a Mexican flag on it. So that being said, I'll see you guys in the next adventure. See you tomorrow.